I went to Goodwill and I found this, it's really dirty, if you could see. I found this cute little sleigh for 59 cents. And it's just a wooden sleigh. And I didn't go in there looking purposely to do this. It caught my eye when I was looking for something else. And I thought, what if I cleaned it up and repainted it, and it could sit by my front door with candy canes in it for people to take, and if they come over, just another decoration for 59 cents. I already had paint. So my idea is to take a Mr. Clean. I'm going to scrub it. At least, I mean, it won't be perfect because I don't know what is on here. But if you get the surface dirt and let it dry, the paint will stick. So clean it up, come back, and I'll show you my idea of repainting it and how it comes out. So I got all that dried off and done. I decided that I think I'm going to do, when this is all said and done, I think the bottom I am going to do gold glitter on the sleigh bottom part of the rails of the sleigh to make it look very fancy. I do have a gold paint and I do have gold glitter. So that will be the last thing I do, but I don't think the gold is going to look good over the red. So I am going to give it a coat of white, like a primer. You know, if you were to primer walls before you paint, same thing with this. And I think I'm going to totally start over with these green leaves. I do have a green paint here that I've never opened. It's called True Green. It looks about the same color, but I want to give everything a fresh, clean coat. So what I'm going to do is get it started with a coat of white everywhere, and we'll be right back. So now that the white paint that I covered up to pretend it was primer dried, the first thing I always do, anytime I have small little details that I need to get around with a different color, I always look at all my paint, my art and craft paint brushes, and I do it dry, and I want to see if I have one that is going to get in there that's not too soft. See how that moves and bends? That's not good, because if that bends, it's going to get on this. I need it to be a stiff brush when I am going along edges. So I always take a dry brush and I see how it's going to work before. This is pretty good for here and here. I don't know if it's going to be good for around that, so I'm definitely going to keep that one out. I'm going to keep my big one out for all the big areas for red. But now I want to find something small to get around in there when I am painting. I think that's going to be it. You see how it stays together and it doesn't smash out like this? See how that one smashes out? And this one does not. So this will be for when I have to get in there with red. So I have my 3 brushes. So I'm going to put all these to the side. I always do that first while it's dry and clean and know what I'm going to work with. So just a hint of advice, that's what I do. So let's see how this looks down there. And this is clean. I cleaned it the best I could. It might need a couple of coats. So as you guys can see, I have put my paint on the sleigh. I did 3 coats of red and it covered it pretty well. Good enough. I did the white as my primer here. I might leave the leaves white. I did this gold because I'm going to come back behind it. I did 2 coats of the gold. I'm going to come back behind it and do glitter where the gold is. And then when I'm done, I'm going to put Mod Podge over the whole entire thing so it dries with more of a gloss. I'm trying to decide still what colors I want to do this. But for 59 cents, and I had the paint already, it's just something for me to set out by maybe the key bowl or something by the front door with candy canes in it. It's my plan. So I'll get started on the next area I'm going to paint, and we'll be right back. So I decided to take my Elmer's glue and I just traced, just like you did when you were in school, where I wanted the glitter to go, and then I sprinkled it on. And yeah, it's messy, but we'll see how it comes out. Make sure your paint is really good and dry everywhere you're doing this. That's good for the most part. For the most part. Might want a little bit more. And I don't know if I'm gonna Mod Podge now. I thought about it. When you rub this over it, it's gonna brush off my glitter. But I do have a clear coat spray that I might clear coat this whole thing with, and that will help it shine. So, moving on to the other side, I think I'm gonna leave that just like it is. Well, and because when I did this side, I laid this completely flat and did the glue. But obviously I don't want to lay that flat on here, so I'm gonna have to carefully hold this. Watch where I hold it, I guess. And I'll show you how I did it. Get that down. And I just went all the way around. I don't want to waste my glue, my glitter, so I'm going to use this first. And then I'll get more from the bottom. I just wanted you to see my sleigh, how it came out. The glitter is on there nice. It's not coming out off at all. I went ahead and took it outside and sprayed it with acrylic clear coat. So now when I go to the store, I can buy some candy canes and put them in there. That was from Goodwill for 59 cents. And then you saw how I painted it a couple coats. Enjoy. I hope you can make one.